Hi, welcome to the Lisa Saunders Show. I'm Lisa Saunders, and I have a fun guest for you today, so sit back and relax. And you are?
My name is Caitlin Brehart.
And what are you going to do?
Today I'm going to be hula hoop dancing for you guys.
And you're not just doing Granny's version of hula hooping where it was just around your waist and it would fall down all the time. You're serious about this.
Yes, I'm very serious.
And this is a new career for you, right?
Yeah, it's in the making for sure.
Okay, because you're an instructor, a performer. You perform for functions. That's how I first saw you. It was at the Velvet Mill in Stonington.
Yeah, correct.
And it was fabulous. So
Thank
why don't we
you.
just go ahead and start with one dance? Wow. Okay, even on your bun.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Is that why you wore a bun the last time I saw you?
Yes, that's always why I wear buns.
Okay, now I thought that was really funny that you told me today's lesson that you're giving to children is on bun hooping, right?
It is, yeah. I'm teaching a bunch of elementary kids how to hula hoop on their hair bun.
Well, that's amazing. Okay, now what would happen if you dropped one in the middle of a show?
I would pick it up and pretend like it didn't happen.
Or pretend it was part of the show, or just pretend it
Yeah,
didn't happen? Because you know
right.
that people end up getting over it really quickly.
Yeah,
'Cause then they forget.
sometimes people don't even notice, so
Right.
kind of just roll with it.
Okay, because I was interested to see what would
Yeah. Well, we still got a few more to go.
Yeah, I know. Great. Okay, so how did you get into doing this?
I started 3 years ago. I've always known how to waist hula hoop, but I never knew it was
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay, so hula hoops are still in, not fashion, I'm not trying to say that, but okay.
Well, no, they're coming back. They're becoming more popular for sure.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, so you've
Yeah.
always known, you grew
Yeah.
up.
But I was in kind of a low spot in my life, and I was just feeling really depressed, just circumstances at the time. And so I decided to finally pick up this hula hoop that I bought at a church rummage sale and taped it up and started just kind of focusing on that. It gave me something positive to focus on, and it really just kind of made me have something good, and I don't know, it just made me feel good inside. And
Well, so what do you mean masking tape? What do you mean putting tape
yeah, I went to
on?
Walmart. It's not the best place to shop for hula hoop tape, but I went to Walmart, got some duct tape and masking tape, and
Oh, there's special hula hoop tape?
there is.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, so this is really an industry. Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, and the tape is for what?
The hula hoops, you wrap it around.
And
Oh,
why?
for like grip.
For grip.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what a beginner would need to do.
I would suggest that, yeah.
So you think maybe that was my problem when I
Yeah.
was whatever it was, 10 or whatever?
Yeah, the bigger, heavier hoops, the more grip tape you have, the better off you are.
Okay, now if I start hooping, will I get as skinny as you?
You can lose weight, absolutely. I actually did lose weight in the beginning.
Did you?
Yeah, I lost 10 pounds.
Wow. So I should just go get a hula hoop and maybe watch this video because I'll have this and I could just watch you. But I should really take a class. Do you teach adults?
Yeah.
So it's not just schools that you go to. How would an adult take a class?
Well, you can contact me on my email and go from there. I have rates online. But
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So would you do one-on-one or would you actually do a class? Like, have you spoken to like New London Adult and Continuing Education?
I have not, but I have done like group lessons or private. It's all depending on what the person wants.
Yeah, I think you should be contacting a lot of those continuing adult ed and towns that provide classes for people that want to do something different. And this is certainly different.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking and hoping I'm going to find an exercise that I'll actually do and keep up with.
I hate exercising, so.
Oh my gosh, so I could do this.
Yeah, if you hate exercising and you want to have fun but still exercise, I would definitely say.
So that's something I could do at home because I walk my dog. That's kind of my exercise, but it's not really enough. I'm not moving.
Yeah.
All right, well that just looks really fun. Let's go ahead and do another one.
All right.
Wow, now that time you actually dropped it. Was that on
did.
purpose or was that a
Yes,
mistake?
always on purpose when I
Okay.
drop it.
because you make it look like it's part of the act. Because I've
Oh,
seen
thank
you
you.
smack those things down on the floor and then pick them up. So that's just kind of an interesting part of your routine. Now, the heart shape, if you're going to drop one, is it easier to drop the circular ones or the heart-shaped ones?
I would say it's easier to drop the heart one.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
got to see that happened,
Yes.
but on purpose.
On purpose.
And so where do you get a heart one? Is there a special factory that makes all kinds of shapes, or is those the only two shapes?
There actually are more shapes. It's kind of crazy. But I got that one online, jamhoops.com, I believe. They make square hoops, hectagons, triangles, all kinds.
Now, do you go and perform, say, in New York City on a subway, or?
No,
with a
never
hat?
done that.
Oh my
But
gosh, because I can picture you making a lot of money.
I've actually never really busked. I think that's the word.
What's it called?
Busking, right?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know what it's
When you
called.
put out a hat and do your thing and people give
You
you
should
money.
seriously consider that, because I don't know what the rules are, or if you
There
get chased
are
away by the
rules, yeah.
police or what. But yours is an act I haven't seen. And when my husband and I went to the old city of Quebec, it seemed like professional people like you, that I think there were definite rules when they could perform, and people were throwing money in there like crazy. I would do that if I were you.
That's funny. Yeah.
Maybe come to downtown Mystic where I live. I'll come watch you
I
with
love
the dog.
Mystic.
Yeah, well, that's where I live in Mystic, so I'd love to see you
Nice.
hoop. And in fact, when my husband saw you doing it at the Velvet Factory, he saw a dish near you. He didn't realize it wasn't for putting money in.
Oh my God, that was him?
Yes, that was my husband. He
was
thought
funny.
it was to put money in, so he threw money in it, and then he told me, Lisa, that was a dog
Yeah.
bowl. and the
That
bills
was
got
so
wet.
funny, yeah.
But that was it, because like I said, he loves to throw in money to people that are out there trying something.
Yeah.
And so it was just a fun surprise. Now for this show, we need to use royalty-free music, which we got on YouTube. But for other shows, you can just use anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and have
Yeah.
words and music, and so you can do whatever kind of show people want. Like I think at the Velvet Factory, I was watching, I think it was oldies or show tunes. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I definitely switched it up. I don't remember the songs I did
Anyway,
exactly,
it was fun, and you definitely had a flow from one song to the next.
Yeah.
Like I said, it made my husband want to throw money in the
That
dog
is
bowl.
so funny.
So I
That's
could
hilarious.
picture you when I was in New York City one time, I was on a subway, and these 3 kids did some sort of balancing and crazy act on the subway. So we're trapped
Cool,
with
yeah.
them. Do you know what I mean? And we're wondering, how are they doing that? But because we were all trapped with them. When they were done, we all felt like we had to put money in, and it kept us from being bored while we're on the train. That was probably illegal, but anyway, but they made a lot of money. I don't know. I'd love to see you do it. And actually, I went on my very first cruise a couple years ago, and there were acrobats and people doing very fancy shows. And it was thrilling. Have you ever talked to a cruise company about being a performer there?
I actually got an inquiry once, but it wasn't the type of cruise ship that I wanted to be on. So I said no, but I would definitely be interested in other types.
Yes. Well, then you should try it, because that's a show that people would see and love.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Well, I don't want to keep you. Let's see what else. Now, I have to say, you are a real showman. Like, your little bows and curtsies, and you also seem to be able to think on your feet. Like when I saw you at the Velvet Mill, didn't you suddenly start performing with that band?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Did they even know? Is that something you planned in advance?
No.
I didn't think so, and I thought that was I really think you should be doubling up with bands and performers. I have friends that are performers, and I could just picture that being quite a show.
Yeah.
You know, where they can listen and be watching at the same time some really original stuff.
I agree. That's like my favorite thing to do is to flow with live bands, just because you
Okay.
get the whole
Right, you get the
experience.
right, because that was, and you didn't know their music. You
No,
just
but
improvised.
they were so groovy. I loved it.
Well, how did you know what to do to make it look like to people like me and my husband who threw money in the dog bowl? That you knew what you were doing. How'd you do that?
I was just having fun, being myself, and
Just
enjoying
feeling
the music.
So you can feel the music and what your hoop should do next.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get out of your head. You got to get more in here and out of here.
Interesting, because like you were even hula hooping on your nose.
Yeah.
How long did that take you to figure out how to do that?
I started learning that my first year in hula hooping.
What's the hardest thing that you do?
Butt hooping.
But did we see butt hooping?
Probably not, because I'm still working on it.
Oh, okay.
I need like a step stool for that.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you keep adding new skills. All right, so it's not like you grew up thinking someday I want to be a hula hoop dancer.
No, not quite.
So you were going through a hard time and you just started and you picked it up.
Yeah.
Just like when I was going through a hard time over some sad things health-wise with my daughter, I started writing and now I'm a writer.
Yeah.
You're a hula hoop performer and I really think you can make it on those cruise ships.
Thank you. Yeah.
Because then I could picture you doing the show, being part of the show, and then you give classes because in the morning everybody feels guilty for all that they overate all night.
That's true.
And they have these classes, and even I went, and I don't like to exercise, but I could just picture if you then had hula hoop classes on the cruise.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Now you're teaching. You're leaving us to go to Virginia.
I am, yeah. I got asked by a woman, Malia, who lives in Virginia. She's opening up an art studio down there.
Oh.
Yeah, and she wants to bring flow arts to the community down there, Cape Charles, Virginia.
What does flow art mean?
Flow arts includes hula hooping, poi, which is like basically two strings with balls attached, and you can do same manipulations with the hula hoops.
Wow.
Different stuff too, but just there's all of, like the wings I had at the Velvet Mill.
I don't remember that.
No, well they're like light up. They're called Isis wings.
Oh, wow.
Just
Oh,
yeah,
so you
there's
have
all
other
kinds.
props.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Because like
Yeah.
you had a more exotic outfit on.
Yeah, I did.
And your makeup was interesting because my husband and I were trying to figure out where you're from. Like you look every day,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know.
normal today.
Right, but you looked like you could have been from the Far East, or I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, I was going for like the fairy-esque
Well,
theme.
that's all part of your show. That's wonderful, and I love your little title, Kate the Great.
Yeah.
You know, it reminds me of the circus performers or something like
Yeah.
that.
No, that's true.
So you just keep developing your show and tweaking
Yes.
it, and you were actually found on Facebook, and that's why they had you come in.
Yeah.
So
I was shocked.
So people could go to your Facebook page and watch you perform.
Yeah, I definitely try and keep up with everything on Facebook. So.
All right, so you'll put this YouTube video on it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Because this is great. All right, let's have another show. All right, so we'll just take a minute here while you set up. Ooh, now we're going multiple ones. hoops in 2 different directions.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That must be really hard. If they're going, your
Yeah.
body's going in 2 different directions.
It's a workout.
Wow. Now, have you done farmers markets? I know that would just be a
No.
fun thing, because like in the summer they do hire singers and performers
that's true.
at times, and I think that would be a fun way to also get kids seeing what you're doing.
See, I go to they'll have the farmers markets during the day in Norwich, and I would go to the Rock the Docks at night, and I would bring my hula hoops just for fun, and I would actually hula hoop with a lot of kids.
It's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
So you're giving them something fun to do, and then are you getting known by any chance? Like, have you had any, or is it more just doing it for fun?
It's doing it for fun, and if I make connections, then that's great. But I'm more doing it because I want to do it.
That's wonderful. How old are you?
23.
23. Okay. No, it's just fun to watch your career begin.
Thank you. No, it's really exciting. Within the first 3 years, I'm very happy with where it's going.
Yeah, well, you need to have a website that's really much shorter.
I know. Tell me about it.
But your
my
Facebook
first
page was
one.
good. I mean,
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Because people can at least find that. How do they find it? I mean, we're flashing it up there, but how do they find it?
You could just type in, search on Facebook, Kate the Great Hula Hoop Dancer, and it should pop up.
Kate, and you spell it C-A-I-T.
Yes, I do.
Kate the Great.
The only way to spell it.
And what other themes do you have? Like you said, you go for, do you have a Western theme? I mean, do you have?
No, but I really do want to start getting into that more.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Connie
different.
Howard is she plays a lot of country.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love for you two to meet, and
That's
also
cool.
Deborah Lynn Alt plays a lot of soulful music. Because some of you, when you were doing
I like
slow,
soulful stuff.
I mean, they both do it. I would just love for them to meet you, and in case you guys can think of something cool to do together.
No, I love collaborating. So
Now, how far are you from Mystic?
from Mystic,
Yeah, because that's where I live.
probably 30 to 40 minutes.
So not that far.
No. Not
Okay.
At all.
Connie lives in Niantic, and
So
anyway.
about the same.
All right, we have only 5 minutes left.
Okay.
So we have one dance left, but and so we may end the show while you're dancing. I'm
That's
not sure,
fine.
but do you have anything else in our last minute that you wish that you could tell the world?
I would tell the world that everybody should try to hula hoop and definitely give it a shot. If you can't do it on your waist, there's other ways you can do it on your hand, on your neck, on your hair. I mean, get creative.
Well, I'm definitely going to try it. so we'll see what happens. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kate.
problem.
All right, let's do your song. Wow. You know how to end with a bang with all
Yeah,
those hula hoops.
I
Wow.
only had so much time. I had to get it in there.
Well, that's great. Well, again, thank you so much for coming on my show, and I hope to have you on again someday.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Lisa Saunders Show. See you next week. And don't forget, Kate the Great.